So even though his name is unfamiliar with most people, well, the younger generations, I suppose, but this man, even 25 years after his death, rules the radio and department store airwaves with the arguably signature song Jingle Bell Rock. But before he was unfortunately pigeonholed as a holiday/Christmas artist, Bobby Helms was also a country superstar. He had 2 number ones on the Billboard Country Singles chart, and his last appearance on that chart was in 1970. But Bobby was still releasing singles up until 1987. That's 30 years after Jingle Bell Rock was first released. Bobby was born in Helmsville, Indiana, although some sources say nearby Bloomington. Born in 1933 to a very musical family, his father had a radio program called the Monroe County Jamboree, where Bobby would sing and his brother Freddie would play the guitar. They became a hot regional act and spun off. But Bobby decided to go solo, and he was encouraged to go to Nashville and approach Ernest Tubb to sing backup for him. Now you gotta remember, at the time, Ernest Tubb, he was a big time country music artist, like in the late 1940s and early 1950s. And he would eventually meet up with Mr. Tubb, and Tubb would suggest that he go to Nashville and audition for Decca Records, for which he would be signed to. And that was in 1956, and Bobby would begin to record. His first single, Fraulein, was originally a flop, but it would eventually become his first number one on the Billboard Country Singles charts in 1957. That same year, he hit number one with follow-up My Special Angel, which was covered by the Vogues about a decade later. And then it would also make the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 or pop charts and the rhythm and blues charts as well. And then came Jingle Bell Rock. So the whole story behind Jingle Bell Rock was this: Decca Records released a single just 2 days before Christmas Day, but the song still managed to become a hit, and it made the top 10 for the first time on the Billboard chart, peaking at number 6. It also went as high as number 13 on the Country Singles chart. It would re-enter the chart every year until 1962. Over the years, Billboard magazine had changed their rules concerning Christmas or holiday songs. In 1963, they created the exclusive Christmas singles chart, where Helms' version of Jingle Bell Rock would continuously chart every year. But the chart would discontinue 10 years later. Jingle Bell Rock would continue to garner airplay on radio stations every holiday season. It wasn't until 2016 where Billboard changed their rules on older songs, quote unquote, making the Billboard Hot 100. So every year since then, well, during the holiday season, Bobby Helms makes an appearance on the top 10 or top 5. Again, his version of Jingle Bell Rock has hit number 3 since the 2019 holiday season, only behind Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree and Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Now, I'm willing to bet that history will repeat itself this coming holiday season. And by the way, the song isn't just making its impact here in the United States. We're talking like global impact, like Canadian, European countries, Australia, even Vietnam. And I'll tell you something very odd though. There is no video recording, at least that I know of, that exists of Bobby Helms singing Jingle Bell Rock. But he has performed his other songs on TV programs, including American Bandstand. But like I said, Bobby would continue to record, perform, and tour during the 1960s. But he would never match the success of what he had with his earlier singles. As a musician, he knew he had to stay active. He would record for labels such as MCA and Cap. Now, in his later years, Bobby would have health problems, including emphysema, diabetes, asthma, and stomach problems. He would also wear an eye patch after losing sight in his right eye. He was living outside Martinsville, Indiana here in his later years. On June 19th, 1997, the world lost Bobby Helms after he succumbed to complications from emphysema. If Bobby were still alive today, of course he would be in his 90s. But would he appreciate the ever-continuing success of Jingle Bell Rock and its legacy among generations? No one will ever know. But here is the final resting place of Bobby Helms. I can tell a few fans have been here. I'm assuming those are jingle bells in front of that flower. On his tombstone, of course, it's got guitars. Robert Bobby Lee Helms. Lived from August 15th, 1933, June 19th, 1997. Here lies a legend, Mr. Jingle Bell Rock. For they shall be, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Matthew 5:4. There's the back, it's got nothing on it. So Bobby was indeed the first to record Jingle Bell Rock, which was written by the late Joe Beal and Jim Booth. Bobby did at one time claim to co-write the song, but there are numerous versions, and besides this one, I have a couple other favorite versions, including one by Wayne Newton. Hall & Oates did a great Jingle Bell Rock in the 1980s that sounded similar to Bobby Helms' version. But like I said, there have been other versions, some even making the Billboard chart. Like there's one with a duet between Chubby Checker and Bobby Rydell. There's one with George Strait, Blake Shelton, the list goes on and on. And who can forget the Lindsay Lohan Mean Girls version? So rest in peace, Bobby Helms, Mr. Jingle Bell Rock. And like I said, I don't know if he knew that he was being pigeonholed into the Christmas/holiday genre, but the world is still singing his songs, so that's all that matters, I guess. But I am Jason, peacing out. Stay tuned for more episodes on Historically Marked. Sign off.